Hi, welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Sean Cross, the Associate Director of Annual Giving for our Beaver Nation. This month, I'm joined by Coach Brookins. He is the Wicks-Street men's soccer head coach. He is in his first season as the head coach of the program. He spent the last 2 seasons as an assistant here. Before coming to OSU, Coach Brookins spent 2 seasons at Davidson College and 3 seasons at Mercer University, where he helped improve and develop players to play professionally, and it resulted in a lot of success within those respective conferences, and he has brought that here to OSU. Coach Brookins, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
First question for you, how did you get into coaching? Why did you get into coaching? What's your journey through the sport of soccer?
Yeah, an unexpected one, I would say. I kind of fell into coaching. This was never really the plan. I was a biology major. I was working in a lab as a chemical analyst in my gap year, what I thought was my gap year before I went to medical school, and was coaching on the side. Coached in my high school, coached at my old club, and just kind of fell in love with the sport and with development and building relationships with players and helping them improve. And so I was fortunate to be given an opportunity at my hometown club that I grew up playing for, and coached there for 3 or 4 years, and feel like that was really where I developed as a coach, running 3 sessions a night for different age groups, and figuring out what my voice is and how I can be effective in it. So yeah, it wasn't necessarily the plan, but we're enjoying the ride so far.
Throughout your career, you always have experiences, you have coaches, you have moments that shape what you want your values to be for your program. So kind of what are the tentpole values of your program that you want to instill here, and how did you come to adopt those values?
Yeah, I think that the things that we preach to our guys about our culture is that we want this to be a culture of confidence, that we're building guys up here and developing them on and off the field. And I think the 3 main things that we really harp on with them is that this is an environment of honesty, of perseverance, and a team-first environment. And I think that comes from my own experience growing up. My parents obviously played a big role in that. They were always much more concerned with how I acted, how I behaved, more than how I performed. That was what was important to them. And so our guys are always sick of hearing it, but we judge them based on how they respond. And I think that keeping that at the forefront has really helped shape our program in a lot of different ways. And I've been fortunate to have some great mentors that I've worked for at Mercer, in club soccer, and at Davidson, and here. And I feel like I've been very lucky to be able to take bits and pieces that I feel like really fit my own personality and fit this program. So, yeah.
When someone makes a gift through our Beaver Nation in support of your program, what kind of future does that help build, and what kind of impact does that make on you guys?
It really is huge, I think, in so many different ways, but specifically, if you're just evaluating the last couple of years, we've been able to go on a few non-conference away trips out of region to go play against some of the best teams in the country. This past year, we went to Notre Dame and Indiana. The year before, we went to Michigan and Michigan State. Donations to foundation are directly responsible for making that happen for our guys. And I think what I think is important for people to understand is that those donations to our foundation it directly affects our student athlete experience, both competitively and off the field as well. So being able to build a good schedule, play hard games, and it helps us build our resume to hopefully make our 6th consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. But it also helps prepare us for when we get there. And in 23, when we went on our College Cup run, I just felt like we were so ready. We were so prepared based off the schedule that we were able to play. And a large part of that was because of our donors and being able to provide those opportunities for our guys.
You're one of 2 head coaches in this department who have an endowed position. So that's a direct result of donor support and dedication from somebody who is passionate about your program and what you guys do. So can you kind of talk about what having your position endowed allows you to do, what it assists you in doing, and kind of the flexibility that it's going to provide for your program in this kind of new era of college athletics?
Yeah, I mean, I think new era for sure. And I think that all of the best programs and the best coaches are able to adapt when things change. And so I think that having that stability of an endowed position, which we're so grateful for, gives us the flexibility to adapt, to be able to apply those funds wherever we need them most. And that might be in one specific area right now, but in 10 years from now, it just provides so much stability for our program, so that we can continue to strive for the competitive success that we're after. And so, yeah, I think the flexibility to be able to adapt and those funds being available for us are huge, and a big boost for us.
We talked a little bit about a new era, and there have been a lot of changes since you even joined the staff here.
Yeah.
And so can you kind of just talk about what you've learned about your program, what you've learned about Oregon State as a community, as a university during this really unique transition period?
Yeah. I mean, I touched on it a little bit already, but the adaptability piece, I think that you have two responses when things change. You can maybe complain about things not being the way that they were, or you can find a way to come up with creative solutions and continue to move forward. And that's what I've been so impressed with our program and Oregon State as a whole, the athletic department, the institution, is that whatever gets thrown our way, I feel like the immediate response is, okay, how do we make the most out of this? How do we come up with solutions? And that's something that we preach to our guys every day too. And that's how we judge them is what's your response to things not going your way or things going your way, either one. So what I've learned about our program and our institution, I think, is that we have really great people here that really care about our student athletes and care about their development, not just as competitors, but also as individuals. And so I've been very encouraged to see that has never been sacrificed, is that the focus is still on them and what kind of experience we can provide for them.
Is there anything that you would want to tell somebody who's maybe coming into this, being introduced to you for the first time in the men's soccer program for the first time, about what you guys are, who you are, and what you do?
Yeah, I think what I think sets us apart as a program, and I think it's easy to look at all the accomplishments the program has had in the past few years, past decade, even farther beyond that, and think that this is just a really competitive, successful program, and I think it is that. But I think that this would be not the most fulfilling job in the world if that's all we cared about. If all we cared about was the competitive success. And so our staff and myself, I think what we're really passionate about is our student athletes, is our guys. And I think is one of the reasons that good players want to come here, is because they know we're going to invest in them. They know that they're going to improve. And again, I've been fortunate enough to spend time in some great environments in my career, but I don't know of a place that invests more in their individuals. And I think that's what keeps me coming back, is the relationship side of this, is recruiting a kid and bringing them here and watching them grow as a person and as a player, and helping them strive to achieve their goals and really teaching them what that looks like. So I think that's what we're really passionate about. Of course, we want to win. We're ruthlessly competitive and have high ambitions as a program, but I think I'm most proud of how we treat our players and how much time and energy that we invest in that.
And in your opinion, what makes Oregon State special?
I think there's a lot, but for me, it's the people. Again, I touched on it earlier, but the level of expertise that our guys get on a daily basis, whether it's from strength and conditioning, athletic training, the coaching staff, academics, administration, nutrition, they have everything they need to succeed here. And I think that the people within those positions are what make it really special, that they are legitimately invested in our student athletes. And so, of course, we have all the bells and whistles when it comes to our facilities and things like that. But I think what makes it different and what makes it special are the people in those positions.